A routine traffic stop in Florida turns into a legal nightmare when a Tallahassee cop is caught on body cam video planting evidence to justify the arrest of a black man. This took place on May 7, 2023, when 26-year-old officer Kirsten Oliver pulled over Calvin Riley Sr. Now, Oliver did not tell Riley why she pulled him over. In the deposition, she said that he was hoovering lanes. Okay. But this is what happened. This is what happened when Oliver approached Riley's car.
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Oliver with Tallahassee Police Department. Do you have your driver's license, registration, insurance? Would you be willing to do some voluntary field sobriety exercises?
Not really.
Okay. Here, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for us. Just go ahead and face the corner of the car for us. Your license is suspended, so we're gonna...
No problem.
Mr. Raleigh, I got a quick question for you.
No problem.
So I smelled marijuana on your vehicle. Did you recently smell?
No.
Did somebody else smoke in your car earlier?
No, so he has a cover on his seat, and in the cover where like the knee would sit, there's an opening, and he had it like tucked.
Okay.
And then the whatever he had in his cup also smelled.
Bye. All right, when you get you to jail, okay? Bye. All right.
That's about what happened the first time I
Did y'all
tried to
search the car?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing in there?
No. Well, okay, so he had a bunch of alcohol stashed in there, but...
Nothing open or anything?
Yeah, open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, in his, like, Tervis in the center console, he had a mixed drink, and then under his knee, he had a, like, little bottle of vodka tucked away. Marijuana, and he doesn't smoke hemp, so he's not going to search the car.
Still alive. Any evidence of that?
Marijuana?
Yeah.
Are you still on? Mm-hmm.
Riley was charged with having a suspended license and a DUI. Public defender Desiree Goodfellow attempted but failed to get the bottle evidence dismissed. During Oliver's second deposition in the case, she stated, "I don't remember," at least 16 times.
Was he cursing during this period of time?
I don't remember.
His left blinker was on, is that correct?
I don't remember.
Which was the registration for his car, correct?
I don't remember.
Because the car had automatic lights.
I don't remember if it had an auto setting.
It was a strong odor.
It wasn't strong, but I couldn't remember smelling it.
Vehicle.
I don't remember if she searched the vehicle.
So you don't remember her searching on the passenger side while you searched on the driver's side?
No, I don't remember that.
You told Officer Muth that the bottle was open?
I don't remember my exact phrasing.
You can just show me where it's
Improper
recording.
impeachment.
Do you not remember?
I don't remember the exact placement.
You told Officer Muth that the bottle was open?
I don't remember my exact phrasing. I don't remember what my thought process was behind the statement. I don't remember the conversation.
So you don't remember discussing indicators impairment that you saw in Mr. Riley?
I don't remember discussing that, no.
Did Officer Muth or Sergeant Smith ever convey you that their body-worn camera was on after you had turned yours off?
I don't remember that I don't remember.
Yeah. Have you previously testified that the protocol is to dump out open containers?
I don't remember.
That's a lot of I don't remembers, Reese.
She's full of shit, and
all a motherfucker has to sit up there and do is drop it, you know? But instead, she wants to sit up there and do what a lot of these bad apples, if you want to call it that, do, which is fuck up a black person's life for shits and giggles, because there's no excuse for any of this. And it's crazy that this is even going this far with the so-called checks and balances in the system. What the hell is the district attorney, the state's attorney, still prosecuting this case for on this flimsy evidence? What the hell is the judge doing by allowing evidence that's faulty to stay in? This is why the system is not set up for people who are innocent to walk free. This is disgraceful. And if I was in Tallahassee, I would be putting pressure on the district attorney's office. Not the district attorney, I'm sorry, it's the state's attorney. The state's attorney's office. The state's attorneys are elected, maybe not the assistants, but the state's attorney is an elected position, and there should be raising hell over that person proceeding with this case. This is disgraceful.
It is crazy, and I don't understand for a second, Lauren, why in the hell would she pour the alcohol? That's evidence.
You know, people, I don't know, some of these jurisdictions will just hire anybody. They'll just hire anybody to these police forces. And then it just becomes self-fulfilling and self-perpetuating. And basically, you're trying to justify your existence by these arbitrary stops. Why was he stopped in the first place? I mean, these arbitrary stops of people, these discretionary stops, are a pain in the ass. Because, of course, who is going to get stopped more? Is she going to do policing where she grew up in her neighborhood? Of course not. You're going to police in the neighborhood of the people that you don't know, that don't look like you, that you can annoy, and quite frankly, also over-indexing onto poor people who don't have the power, generally speaking, to fight back. You know, it's all that, right? I just want to shout out to Louise Lucas, who did pass a bill in Virginia, I believe it was 2020, to stop cops from, you know, arresting people over the smell of weed and pulling people over, making that basically a probable cause standard. Because, of course, that is another thing that runs wild. I smell weed now, so now we have to get into a whole big conversation. But to Reese's point, you know, a lot of it is just jamming people up for, you know, to justify the fact that you're on the job, you've got to do something. You know, we look at these crime stats, by the way, and they're going down. And notice how even when they're going down, we're still getting all of these incidents. We're still getting all the stops. We're still getting all that, right? So it is just amazing. You know, when you put money into something, it has to justify itself. And some policing, of course, does have to be done. Everyone understands that. But these discretionary types of things, these low-level stopping people, that for me is a huge red flag, because it's always targeted to a specific community.
So here's why I'm laughing, Greg, because and Carol, is this correct? She said he was hoovering. Greg, I looked up hoovering, and I don't know if you can actually do this while driving, but if y'all go to my iPad, hoovering is called the act of cleaning floors and other surfaces with a vacuum cleaner.
Oh man!
I guess now maybe if she said he was hovering, but that's hovering is in the air. I don't.
Kirsten Oliver was recruited because of her diminished, underdeveloped capacity. She was recruited, I'm sure, by this punk police chief in Tallahassee, Lawrence Revelle, who once said that he was, quote, God's choice to be chief of police in Tallahassee. She was recruited. She ain't but 26 years old, and that shouldn't disqualify. But, you know, she is straight from Central White Supremacist settler colony casting. As we know, I mean, you know, and this is why you have to consistently tell these stories, Roland, because it is a reminder that the concept of policing comes out of the slave patrols. And to quote Adam Serwer, who you've had on the show a number of times, from the Atlantic, the cruelty is the point. So, whether they can stop you or not, and you see these little, Casper the Friendly Ghost cops hovering around a man's car trying to figure out what they can put on him. How many times have you covered stories where we've seen this exact same thing? Let's stop them and let's get back here and scheme. So her and the other white girl get in the car, Margaret Myth, and they're like, okay, so what can we get on him? I mean, because so if you do this once, you do this. And she had to pour the liquor out. Now, that is Judge Jones, who's a former prosecutor himself, who won't throw out the liquor evidence, talking about he thinks he heard a seal being broken, and the cop. Oh, so now you got super hearing. You Steve Austin, the Bionic Man, or you Dr. Strange or some shit. The bottom line is, once you get caught up in this thing, whether you walk away or not, you've been harmed. Now, hopefully, there will be a civil lawsuit, because the injury here, whether it's putting someone in handcuffs, and I'm one of those black men that have been put in handcuffs. I had the pleasure of being detained by the Capitol Police. Them cowboys that are down there around Capitol Hill, ostensibly on a broken tail light, and then they started searching. Took me over to the place and had me in the cell, and I was very kind and very, very, very calm. And I'm calling all the officers by their full names, signaling to them that you might want to reconsider this. And then when they're going through my stuff, oh, you're a professor? Hey, I'm at Howard University, officer, whatever. And they said, okay, well, we're going to let you go. No, motherfucker, you want to play? Do you want to dance tonight? Because here's the whole point is, it don't matter whether they let you go or not. The stop is the point. They want to harass you. They want to remind you that you, sir, are still in what Carter G. Woodson called the sequel to slavery. We can stop you anytime we want, and we're just doing this because we can. So, shout out to the police chief of Tallahassee. Shout out to the mayor that hired him, the white dude who's scared of him apparently, and shout out to these young Guha cops who apparently, according to the critiques of the police chief, who has developed this warrior mentality among them. Shout out to the ones, even the ones who don't measure up, who can't get the brush cut buzz cuts, like Officer Oliver, who, while she can't get the buzz cut, is trying so hard to measure up to the buzz cut mentality. But when you get punched in the face on the stand, you can't remember nothing.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I remember when I was I was working for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and I was in H.E.B. Hurst, Euless, Bedford, which is basically between Dallas and Fort Worth. And I'm on the phone, and cop pulls me over. And so I had hanging from I always kept my Texas Department of Public Safety press credential hanging from my rearview mirror. And so cop rose up. I was like, hold on one second. I put the phone down. So he comes up, and so then he tells me, I said, so when I get pulled over, I made an illegal lane change. I didn't use a signal light. I said, oh, really? So then he asked for ID. So I handed him my driver's license and my Texas Department of Public Safety press pass so he could understand that he was pulling over a City Hall reporter for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. I didn't get a ticket because he knew what was going to follow after that. So as you said, you want to swing, let's swing. But we'll let you know how it's going to end up if you do that. All right.
Fanbase is pioneering a new era of social media for the creator economy. This next generation social media app with over 600,000 users is raising $17 million, and now is your chance to invest. For details on how to invest, visit startengine.com/fanbase or scan the QR code. Another way we're giving you the freedom to be you without limits.